and welcome. We are doing the countdown to Yule, but we're going to do a budget version of it, and we are starting on the 1st. And yes, I remember how last year's Yule countdown went, so some of these are going to be slightly pre-recorded to help us all a little bit better. So, for the first Yule on a budget, Sabbath on a budget, hopefully going to be a series, but we'll see. We are doing Yule Balls, and you may be asking me, how are Yule Balls cost effective? Well, you know, a lot of the things that you can use in your house, and then I have found Yule ornaments, if you're not too worried about plastic, at the Dollar Tree, and Dollarama. So I have a few options, and I'm going to post a few more options that are more ball-like. I chose a few that weren't so ball-like, just to give you kind of some options. So what you need to start off with is one of these. That's it. These are plastic. If you don't want to use plastic, you are going to be spending a little bit more because they don't really sell the glass at the dollar store. So these are plastic. I've got this light bulb one and this tree one. So these are my options for a little less ball-like if you don't want the balls, but you can always do a ball. They have several options. I'm going to post them right here for you as I usually do, but we're going to do ours in this lovely little tree. So, and you don't have to keep this tag. I just want to let you know you can always add ribbons to it. I just don't have ribbons, so we're just going to do it as is. So to start with, you are going to open your container, and depending on what container you have, this one is a little pop top ones. This one is actually a light bulb, so it screws. So maybe if you have little ones that like to pull things, the screw tops are a little bit better. I'm just going to pop this off the top, and a lot of my things don't need a funnel. I could just use the funnel with my hand, but sometimes you might need a funnel, so put that on your list. Funnel if you have one. If you don't, Dollar Tree has them for cheap. Now, you can put whatever you want in these, but I'm going to do more for the season. I always start off with some salt because these are generally used for protection anyways, so we're going to pour some salt, might clump a little bit, into the bottle. I'm just going to put that at the bottom of the bottle. I'm just going to put more stuff in here. Okay, and we're going to put back on that. And then, if you want, if you have them, if you work with it, you can put some eggshells in there too. These ones I've just crushed myself. Okay, this isn't zooming. Alright, so I put some of those in here. I do apologize if you hear any whining. The dog has already gotten in trouble this morning, and she is now in timeout. So if you hear whining, it's just her pleading her case. So I've just put the eggshells down at the bottom. And now you can do, again, you can really put anything you want in these. You can put stuff that reminds you of the year. You can put pine in there. You can put cedar in here. They do fit. Again, she's pleading her case. I am going to put rosemary, because that is what I have. It's not my smartest of spaces. Okay, I apologize. She's in timeout. She put herself there. Okay, just a little bit of rosemary. Now I'm going to insert one bay leaf, and this is at my choosing. So one bay leaf, pop that into the bottle. Actually, I think I might do two. Oops. There you go. And this is taller than I usually use, so I might not fill the entire thing, and that's okay too. And then I'm going to put some ginger, because that reminds me of the season. Oh, he's off last time I used this, apparently. I did not pay attention. Some ginger in the bottom there, just for the holiday feels. You can put a chunk in there. This dehydrated, freeze-dried, is what I had on hand in my stash. So that's what I'm using. Again, use what you have on hand. You can use sticks, which I have, or powder, or whatever you have on hand. If you have cinnamon sugar on hand, and that is it, because you can buy that at the dollar store, go ahead, use it. So I thought that I might need to break that in half, but that will just pop in the jar. Some might need to be broken in half, but mine's just chilling out there. The last thing I am going to be putting in for the holiday season is oranges. I dehydrated this myself. They're very easy to do. They are going to be in one of the other videos, but if you want to use them and you don't have them right now, I have a actual video and I'll put it up later. Again, I dehydrated these myself. They're not completely perfect, but they will fit in the Yule Ball. They will do what they, regardless of the size or style. Now, I do have ones that look like this. These are orange peels as well. They're just a little charred. I did these at too high of a temperature. Do it as low as you can go, and you'll get these beauties. If you have a dehydrator, even better. I'm not going to put these to waste, though. I utilize these in my simmer pots that are for myself, so they won't go to waste. They'll still get used. I'm trying to use them up before I use too many of these. But this is a focal point, so I kind of want the better quality ones in there. But again, too high of a temperature, lower temperature. Use your oven as low as it'll go. I used my dehydrator, I think about 105, maybe even not that. I started low and then I increased the temperature a little bit. They do take a while to do, so I'm probably going to make that the next episode so that you can get a start on it, because we're doing a couple of things with them. Alright, so this is what mine is going to look like this year. Again, you can add pine, you can add all sorts of things to it in order to make it more you. You can add charms, you can add ribbon, I'm going to eventually hot glue this down because I've got the giant, chaotic one. But for now, this is what the general one will look like. You can add, actually, I might put one up here, the True North Witches actually do two variations, a smaller one and a larger one, which is, the only difference is plastic versus glass. And I'll show you what we kind of pulled together for our Yule Balls. But here is the one that I did in the Christmas tree. And like I said, you can add whatever you want to this. You can add a branch from an evergreen tree if you have one on hand. They don't have to be expensive. They can be with whatever you have on hand. If you have just, the wrapping ribbon, you can wrap that around that. You can use it as a twine. You can put it inside. You can write stuff on those bay leaves. The world is your oyster with those. It is a protection term for this time of year, and you can hang it wherever you want in your house. I am going to hang it near the front door, but again, that is up to you. But that is all I have for you for this episode, day 1 of Witching on a Budget. Have a good day.